All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekha Kodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, do rule well. And salute, man. Much love to you, sincere brothers who push this truth week in and week out, man. Y'all brothers, stay strong. We almost home. And yes, sir. And I was prompted to do this lesson, man, after talking to just chopping it up with this guy or whatever, who just so happened to be my neighbor. He's one of my neighbors or whatever. And he was talking about this particular liquor store in Berkeley area where he heard through the grapevine that one of the Arabs that owned the stores there ended up getting booked for child sex trafficking, man. And I asked him, I said, what kind of girls was he trafficking? So I just knew he wasn't trafficking no little Arab girls out here. And the dude, my neighbor, was like, yeah, he was trafficking, allegedly he was trafficking little Jake girls, man, little so-called Negro girls, man. You know? And that prompted me to do a little research, man, about missing girls in the St. Louis area, and in particular this area called Berkeley. That's a little area, a little community in St. Louis, North St. Louis County. And there's like dozens and dozens of little girls missing out there, man, since the year 2000. And I got the article right here, and this article is from April 27, 2017. So 3-4 years later, there's probably 80 girls missing from out there, you know? So that I had to connect the dots on that. Like, hold on, man. That might have something to do with that particular Arab that got booked on that shit, allegedly, you know? So that's how these heathens doing us, man. You know, coming out here acting like they just selling you liquor, acting like they just selling potato chips, you know, milk, cookies, you know, penny candy. I don't even think they sell penny candy no more, little candies and whatever. But behind the scenes, they really doing all kind of wicked shit. A lot of them are drug lords. A lot of them sell heavy artillery. A lot of them, what's the word I'm looking for? They do all kind of shit, man. All kind of wicked shit, man. You know, those are the dogs that came and licked the wombs of our people, man. The poor man, the beggar that begged the rich man. The poor man Lazarus that begged the rich man, man. We the poor man Lazarus, man, and those dogs that licked our wounds are these other nations, man. So I think that's crazy that Arab got booked on that shit. And he probably didn't get booked for real. He probably just left the country or whatever after they caught him. Because the government probably could be in on that too. But I don't even know if this is a true story. That's why I keep saying allegedly. But we know this type of shit that go down out here. So I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to hit the Zechariah 8 and I'm going to get into this article. This is Zechariah 8, chapter 1. Again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fearing. Thus said the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth. And remember, Jerusalem is a people before a place, man. Zion is a people before a place. That's the Israelite people, man. In this particular instance, it's talking about the elect, man. The Lord said he was going to what? He's going to be returned unto Zion, his people, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, his people. And Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth. Right now, we're a city of damn wickedness, man. You know, our people are under the order of Satan, the so-called white man. So we are part of that city of lies, man. We're part of Satan's kingdom, Esau's kingdom. You know, so in the mountain of the Lord of hosts, in the holy mountain. So we're going to be called the holy mountain when we get back into our glory, back into our kingdom. What must we do before that? Get right with the Lord, man. Start practicing what's preached in this Bible, man. Start walking what's talked in this Bible, man. Keeping these commandments, keeping these laws, man. Putting our faith in Yahweh Shem Shah. And once you truly put your faith in him, your works going to show, man. You're going to start living like you're supposed to live, man. Like an Israelite, like a son of the Most High, man. You got to live in his image, you know. And it says we're going to be called the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. The holy mountain. Thus said the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. and the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Exactly, man. So when we get in our kingdom, there's going to be boys and girls playing in the streets, and you're going to have elders, old men, old women with staffs out there watching over them, even though they don't really have to. But of course, they're going to still watch over their fruit, their children, man, enjoying their children. Enjoying the fruits of their labor. Should I say fruits of their labor? Well, we can say that, We can say that because sex is labor, if you want to say it like that. But so a man labor with a woman to have babies. So those are the fruits of their labor. So, but in this kingdom, you really have to watch over your children because shit like this going on. The shit that I'm about to read in this article, there's predators everywhere, man. There's predators everywhere. Why? Because Esau, Edom is in rulership. The wicked is in rulership, so the world is going to reflect his image. And he's a predator. He's a child sex predator, So in our kingdom, we're going to have our children are going to be watched over, even though no harm will ever be able to come to them in the kingdom. Hell, they're going to play with poisonous snakes and lions and tigers and like nothing, man. Our children in our kingdom, the Israelite kingdom, man, which will be the kingdom of heaven on earth. But in this kingdom, your child is in danger, man. Most of us, I say half of us at least, ain't even got access to our child, the so-called black man, because of this ratchet woman and this white man's government, But that's how we gonna rock in the kingdom, man. We ain't playing about them babies, man. We gonna watch over our babies, and this kingdom, man, it's just nasty, dude. But I'm gonna get into this article. It says, one small St. Louis County town is missing dozens of teens. And guess what? This small St. Louis County town is in a so-called black neighborhood, man, where the lost Israelites live. It says, St. Louis, Missouri, KTV1. Right now, there are hundreds of missing kids all around the St. Louis area. Children are disappearing at an alarming rate, especially in one area, North St. Louis County. In the small community of Berkeley, Missouri alone, 33 kids have disappeared since 2000. And remember, this article was written in 2017. It's 4 years later. So Lord knows how many missing now. And it says, in this report, we're going to tell you why they're forgotten, what may have happened to them, and what you can do about it. An astounding 219 boys and girls have disappeared from the St. Louis metro area since 2000, according to our investigation. We compiled names from the Missouri Highway Patrol. We began running names during the search for Monica Sykes, who disappeared from Berkeley while her name was on the news. Many other names have not brought the same attention. And I want to say this, that liquor store owner, or he worked there or whatever, but the Arabs, they usually own the damn place. That liquor store was in Berkeley. The one that got busted for so-called sex trafficking girls. Allegedly, I was just told this. I haven't seen it on the news or whatever, but this shit makes sense. The heathen coming over here paying niggas, crackheaded niggas, to get out here and snatch kids, and some of them are literally going out there and doing the dirty work themselves and snatching kids. And of course, Esau out here snatching kids, man. It says, we began running names during the search for Monica Sykes, who disappeared from Berkeley. While her name was on the news, many other names would have not brought the same attention. Those that have are now faded into the background behind other news events. Phoenix Colden's parents still search without the same community support as when she first disappeared since December 2011, 10 years ago. Lawrence Colden said it's a terrible crime, deplorable shame that so many people can come up missing in this country, with a country with the type of resources that we have. But hold on, man. You got the police departments being sued out here for constantly surveilling so-called Negroes without their permission. They got drones just flying around, flying over people's houses. You don't even see them. They so quiet, you don't see them. They just surveilling you, And on top of that, everybody's phone is tapped because it's a smartphone. It's listening. Everything is recorded, man. They know every single thing you're saying. They got cameras and everything that's watching you. TVs, these new DVDs, these new video games, some of these refrigerators, man. A lot of this shit just got cameras in it. Got cameras up in these light poles, all kind of shit, man. So how the hell you got all these resources, but you don't know where these kids going? But you don't know where these kids going, man. And another thing, I mentioned how I mentioned about how you're going to have the elders in the streets with the staffs in their hand watching over the children in the kingdom when our kingdom come. But if you look over there in Jerusalem today, you got Nathan, what's this dude's name? Nathan Ben Yahoo. This dude's talking about microchipping children because there's so many pedophiles over there. That's his excuse. Microchipping children, which is the mark of the beast according to the Bible, that RFID microchip implant. And he's the pedophile himself, man. You know, in order to be in the position he in, you got to be into that shit, you know. But that's just their excuse. So they trying to microchip children, which is of the devil, because they are the devil. We ain't gonna have to do that in our kingdom, man. And it says, Phoenix was recently attending the University of Missouri, Columbia, and living in North County. Her dad believes she may have been taken to be sold for sex and that she's alive. And if you come to like Berkeley, Ferguson, you see little droves of girls, like little young girls just running around in booty shorts, leggings, everything that's showing their body. And a lot of them are very developed. So you got motherfucking predators out there. And they snatch boys too. See, they highlight the girls, but they snatch the little boys too, man. You know, but you see them like in groups walking around looking like grown harlots, bro. Harlots. Waiting to be snatched by one of these predators out here, man. And I'm glad that came to the light that it was Arab got busted on one of the ringleaders in that shit. I don't know what he did to get busted because I'm pretty sure Esau already knew about it. He probably made Esau mad. I don't know, some type of backdoor deal they got going on or whatever. I don't know. And I'm gonna read some more. I found out where my daughter went missing. There were 3 other girls that went missing in the same area where we were living. He said, advocate. You can't even have no children out here playing in these days, bro. This shit crazy. From these crazy niggas driving up and down the street speeding, these rogue police officers out here shooting motherfuckers, these niggas out here shooting at each other, pedophiles grabbing up people, kids jumping, man, you can't even have no kids out here today, bro. It'll be wise if you don't have none, don't have none, man. If you don't already have none, don't have none. It says, Advocate Kimberly Ritter said there is a demand for child sex, unfortunately. Man, this shit gets sick, man. Let me hit Deuteronomy real quick. This shit going right into the curses, man. It's a lot of freaks, weirdos out here, bro. Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters, and by the way, this is going into our curses, the curses that are put on the Israelites because of the Israelites constantly defied God by breaking his laws and statutes and commandments that he put in place for them to keep. So this is some of the curses that fell upon us for our wickedness. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longer for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. So not just slavery, man. We was in hardcore slavery. That shit is happening now. It says, once again, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Once again, the Arab got busted as one of the culprits and missing girls out here, man. Missing kids. That's another people. And thy eyes shall look and fail with longer for them all the day long, and there shall no might be in thy hand. Exactly, man. Like that man say, you looking for his daughter. They got all these resources, but they just can't find my daughter. Your daughter is probably in Saudi Arabia, nigga, living in a tunnel or a damn dungeon or something, man, or somewhere, man, for real, or underground out here in America or something. You never know, man. One of these houses, for real. It says, Advocate Kimberly Ritter said there is a demand for child sex, unfortunately. We roll with Ritter, who now looks at abandoned buildings as a potential hiding places for people who want to enslave children for sex. She said you have to be aware because if you pay attention, you may be able to save a child. She learned about sex slaves by accident when working as a travel agent for nuns. The Sisters of Saint Joseph asked her to train hotel employees how to spot it. And it says, okay, the phone freezing up. It says, give me a second. Phone was freezing up. Okay. A judge Hold on. Okay. A judge this month sentenced Kyle Parks for selling girls out of a St. Charles motel, and that's supposed to be a nice area, St. Charles. One was a missing teen from Ohio, way out of town. Some of them were 5-6 hours out, man, 7 hours out. Detectives traced her phone to the Red Roof Inn at Zumble and I-70. That's not too far, man. If traffickers and kidnappers are brazen enough to use hotel, Ritter thinks it's likely they're also working in abandoned buildings. No one comes to a location like this. It is hidden in plain sight, she said. Man, but let me read some more scriptures, man. This shit crazy. This shit crazy, man. And I want to read a little story on what our forefathers did, man. Simeon and Levi, when the Hamite had raped one of the daughters of Zion, man, had raped their sister, man. I think her name was Dina. Yeah, Dina. Let's see. We're going to jump straight into that. Let me see. I think it's Genesis 34. Genesis 34. This shit crazy, man. 34. It says, okay. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, when she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hittite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. A goddamn Hamite did this to one of our people, man. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel, and lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife. And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. No thanks. Ha ha, bastards. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade you therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give you according as ye shall say unto me. But give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, Because he had defiled Dinah their sister. Hold on. Okay, and the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, Because he had defiled Dinah their sister. And they said unto them, We cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. A damn heathen, man. But in this will we consent unto you, if ye would be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. Yeah, right. But if you will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, let me read it again. But if you will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of the father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of their city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us. Therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein would the men consent unto us, for to dwell with us to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hammer and unto Shechem his son, hearken all that went out of the gate of the city. And every male was circumcised, and all that went out of the gate of his city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took man his sword and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males. And they slew Hanor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of the Shechem's house and went out. The sons of Jacob came up on the slain and spoiled the city because they had defiled their sister. So them boys wasn't playing, man. Our forefathers wasn't no joke, man. They took their sheep and their oxen. They took their shit after they killed them, and their asses, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took they captives, spoiled even all that was in the house. And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, you have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land. And it says, amongst the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, should he deal with our sister as with a harlot? Exactly. Simeon and Levi was mad at that shit. Should that damn Hamite deal with our sister as with a harlot? Yeah, we killed them bastards, and we took what we took from them. That's how they felt. So that's how we supposed to feel, man. Let these damn heathens, any fucking heathens, especially Esau, get their hands on our women. But now, we just got our little girls out here playing around half naked in the streets, man. They're already hoes by the time they 9, and it's just crazy, bro. There's no guidance. Nobody's guiding them because they mama a hoe, and they mama ain't focused on nothing but rod and welfare checks, And some of them focus on the little careers they got or whatever, man. It's just bad, man. But that's how you supposed to ride for your sister, man. So we all jacked up now. And I was going to go into Galatians 4. You can read that yourself, talking about how Ishmael persecuted the children of Isaac, which is us, the Israelite people, because Isaac had Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, then 12 patriarchs, the Israelites. So, yeah. That's how we're supposed to ride for ours, but today we got this shit, as you can see, scrolling on down. Now, that's a big article. I'm not finna read all that, man, but this shit crazy, man. Take care of your kids, man. You real brothers out there, And all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yashala. Abba.